Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in, everyone. So we're connecting with the energies of 824. Okay, so I found a little bit of time here to get some messages out, but I need to say that definitely the spiritual warfare and attacks are very high. I recently heard about being known as a psyop. Okay, I started to investigate that, and I was like, damn, it's definitely what's going on. Some of you might want to look into that, or you're starting to realize patterns. You're starting to see these things unfolding, like the enemy is really revealing itself, or its tactics are being recognized as this unraveling is playing out. There's look at this projection, scrying mirrors coming out here. That really stood out to me. I'm trying to there's major change that's coming here. It's like this is like things always playing out as they should. Like I was just literally watching the Matrix at work today. The system, the structure. There's so much control. Like, it's crazy, but it's unraveling. It's falling apart. There's all this energy of change, gamble, chance. Like, for some of you, you're on the verge of something. Some sort of major change. Look, chronology here, the study of the mind. You're analyzing something. You're finding something out. You're starting to see through the illusions. You're starting to see the projections. You're being very guided at this time to take like a chance, a risk. And this has to do with like yourself, you know? With this chance and gamble. Look in your destiny. It's for some of you like you have to just let go, get away. Like, it's gonna, you know, what's interesting is, like I said earlier to somebody, I was like, you know, if you knew that you were battling with like the highest entity, right? The demons, the highest demons, like if you're battling with Satan, Lucifer himself right in front of you, you wouldn't win unless you were doing it out of love. You know, and it's not even really a win because you can't compare. It's not about winning at that point. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to integrate the dark with the light. So really it's just like, what do you call like when neither side wins? It's not a tie. It's not a, you know, it's just, it's unfortunate, right? So, like, that's what I think. But it's the same way, like, you have to know when to just, it's not going to be integrated, walk away. Like, that's what you could be realizing today. I'm not going to overly explain it. If it makes sense to you, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it is for someone. You know, it's interesting, too, as I was talking about, they wanted me to discuss this, too, before moving forward. Spontaneity, fire, observation. Like, a lot of you, especially when you start to analyze things and you start to realize the inner workings of things, you start to look at them. It's just like your reality, you know, our identification of self having an ego, right? We immediately put ourselves in, we're all that matters. A lot of times we want things to happen in a certain way. That's why we get so mad when they don't. We may do things to manipulate or control or force the hand of things to go in our favor, but that's why they rarely work out for your highest good when you do so, because there's such a higher working that's involved into everything. Like, I'm going to break it down into like a situation for you to further understand. It's like, you know, say you're a family, okay? And all of your children have like a certain idea or a way that they want something to play out, but each of them have a different perspective and guided idea opposed to the parents, and even maybe each of the parents have a different perspective. But it's like the situation is going to play out for all of those family members, but who is the determining factor of how it plays out? Is it the parent taking into consideration each one of the children's ideas? Or is that kind of just a construct in a way that we made it, like what parents say, that's the rules? Well, I'm going to tell you what, if the star children here today aren't letting you know that, it was never about that, because there are some star children and souls that are far more advanced and sophisticated than adults that are in their retirement ages, okay? But it's about changing the way that things were, and it's about, it should always be about learning and evolving and that compromising, right? And I get it, like the passions and fire, and a lot of this passion and fire comes out, like even somebody venting, like it can come out in a beautiful way, but it's about how they use that energy. What I'm getting for some of you is like you're changing the inner workings, the way that you do things, right? Like I was recently talking about my daughter and all of her dark feminine energy that she has, and her bold and her brave and her beautiful energy, and it's like it lights a fire under her, right? And it's all about how she uses it, that energy. Like if she was like an activist, which I know she is, and about getting things done, like there's nobody that's gonna win with her, right? So it's one of these, like you're observing things, you're starting to realize that. That's why it's about integrating that energy, right? The dark energy can be very beautiful when it's used in the right way. See, and you're constantly come across triggers and things like that are meant to teach you how to use that energy, right? And I was telling somebody else today, like your family, your birth family, literally, even if they're a family full of karmics, as you may say, karmic soulmates, right? Some of them are your enemies from past lives. I ain't gonna lie. Because you got stuff to work out together. You have stuff to integrate, stuff to teach each other. And everybody that triggers something in you, it's showing you something, it's teaching you. You can learn from it. It's about integrating that. But see, what makes the reality play out? That's why there's a higher order to things. Because things play out for all situations involved. How do you know when something plays out and it's not in your favor? How do you know that the person on the other side of that was not praying for one more chance? Is it fair to not grant them their one more chance just because in your reality you don't want them to have another chance? Or maybe it's so, and sometimes things, have to be played out too, to see from a higher level how things were. That's why sometimes when things are removed from you, sometimes you hear that's God's protection too. Because sometimes you can't see people's true intentions. You can't see what they were really doing. You can't see, there's a lot. That's why higher order, they get to make those decisions because they see the situations. That's why, to me, like some things do work. Like sometimes it is better to have a higher perspective, or to go to somebody that has dealt with the situations more and all of that. But anyway, I'm not going to try to justify why it works the way that it does. But what I'm getting at is that for some of you, you're realizing this higher power in this order. And for some of you, like you're realizing where you just got to walk away and stand down, because you've got to let things play out. Like, have you ever seen that? Have you ever you're just, the only way that somebody's going to see is from when they see, like, something's got to play out. Like, they have to lose me to learn. Things like that. Like, literally, like, here's a big thing, too. Like, my phone just has been glitching the fuck out. Like, seriously, like, I know it sounds silly, but, I don't know. I didn't hear about phones getting viruses, like the computers and things like that, unless it's just dark matrix, but whatever. But literally, my cell phone's got viruses. Like, apps running all weird. The stuff, like, there's been no reasons for it just malfunction and things like that, but it's like not working at times, and then it's working at times. But I look at all of that, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to disconnect from the matrix and not deal with my phone. The matrix still found a way to get through to me, and not through people that, you know what I mean, like my family, the closest ones, my backup numbers, no, and like other ways. And it's like it almost slipped up. I've been seeing some of the glitches, like there was no way that this would happen unless this was involved. I don't know. You're starting to see some stuff. You're starting to realize, I think the matrix is starting to realize too, that you're starting to outsmart, because there is many higher levels and orders, things beyond our even knowing, our vision, our levels, right? Just like how they can turn up the frequencies and the different things, the pitches in the video games, to the TV, to the phones, right? All right, I'm gonna get up now. A little rant here. All right. I was going to get some collective energies. I don't have a lot of time tonight, but I had to fight for some space for some time tonight. But I felt this was really significant to get some of this out, right? It's going to be helpful and illuminative for some of you. And now I see my time and things starting to glitch. Let's get into some tarot spirit. What messages do we have? What do we want to come through? The one. Some of you are finding out you're the one. Whatever that means, whether it's just within your family, within your unit, your group, or from a higher level. But for some of you, you're realizing you're the one. Maybe you're the one to walk away. 8 of Cups is here. You're the one that can challenge this, stand up for this. 8 of Wands. Fast movement when you do. 8-8, baby. This is that line energy. Whatever this is, it's like, I feel things are going to move very fast when you walk away from something. And I think what you're walking away from is this illusion. What was keeping you in something? If something I haven't learned by now is that when you surrender to a higher, like, it's a higher level, like when you co-create with God, how beautiful it is. You got to not force things, and you have to know to trust in the higher power, the higher order of things, that things are protected from you to stop you from destroying them before you're ready for that. You know what I mean? And there's all this beauty, right? To patience and time and integrating. This 10 of Cups is coming out with the World. See, there's a cycle closing out here. I'm getting within a family with the 10 of Cups. It's a happy ending, though, because of this 5 of Swords. It might not look like that, but it's stopping all of this battling, all of this 5 of Swords energy. The Hanged Man. See, there was a release, there was a letting go. Something gets let go of. Sometimes the 8 of Cups, which will hear us often say, the walking away card. You know, you can emotionally detach from something by not giving it energy anymore. It doesn't always look like a physical, like, that's it, I'm leaving you, I'm packing my bags, I'm walking away. Sometimes this 8 of Cups energy is literally, I'm not going to play the games anymore. You know? I'm not giving it energy anymore. I'm not going to deal with that anymore. Because when you pull back your energy, you're starting to initiate this energy, which is bringing in fast movement, confirmation. You know, sometimes if you just say, like, I'm not going to play, I'm not going to do this anymore, then all of a sudden people are like, oh, yeah, well, now I'm going to do this. And then now they take action and it changes things, all because you just even said you were going to walk away. I'm getting that things are changing very fast. See the Wheel, 2 of Cups, and King of Wands. This is dust. This keeps coming out. It came out with another card. Was it the Hanged Man? As soon as you let go of this, dude, for some of you, the wheel turns, and now all of a sudden you got a choice, King of Wands. Sometimes you can disconnect. Oh, my goodness. And have a break from something and just be in this 9 of Cups energy, and it brings something else in. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Hopefully they stop. Sometimes they don't get it when I'm busy. All right. Take whatever's for you. Any part that's not, leave it out. Oh my goodness. Page of Cups is coming out here. Okay. Sorry. I forgot about that. Okay. 5 of Wands is coming out here. So There was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of Seven of Swords. I'm getting there was a lot of like people that were involved in some sort of sabotage. Okay, some sort of plan scheme, right? Some people were like not wanting to lose. Wow. I got for someone. This Three of Swords energy, like for some of you, some of the people that were fighting and battling with you, like they're in heartbreak or there's some sort of pain here. So it could be past people. With the pages too, I get a lot of children energy. So for some of you where you're dealing with children, you know, this is like baby daddies, baby mommies, families, things like that. There's just a lot of cycles and stuff that's closing out here. There's a lot of different energy that's coming through. But either way, the Seven of Swords is definitely, you know, wearing a mask, right? Playing a game, not showing your true intentions, feelings, it's lies, it's... I'm trying to see how I feel this. Something is being fair. I'm getting, because it's like, this mixed energy, I'm getting like, for some of you, it's like you were in the Seven of Swords. Like you were like cloaking yourself, or it's like maybe you were aware of some of the people. It's almost like some of you put some people, you were going to drag them down. Or it's like you were going to make sure that they were going to get judged, because I'm holding the Judgment card. It's like for some of you, it's like they baited you, or you baited them for a standoff, for a show, but it ain't going down originally. Like, as some think, it's blowing up. It is. Because someone didn't know who they were playing with. It's like demons coming out and playing. For some of you, it's like your demons are playing with their demons, but it's this battle to try to not integrate this dark energy, right? But it's like, it's going to happen in a totally different way. All right. I'm going to leave this here. I don't feel that this is for everyone. Whoever's meant to get this will understand it. I just want to get out of this. I want to get into some other readings. All right. So I'm going to leave this one here. Love and light to all of you. Bye.